Hello and welcome to another Spore creation tips and tricks video. In this video series, I will demonstrate and explain various techniques used in creating or answer questions that you may have. Keep in mind these are all of my own opinion and that Spore is diverse enough that you may come up with your own techniques. If you wish to see the rest of the series, check the playlist in the upper right hand corner or at the end of the video. In today's video, I'm going to describe the process in which you can freeze creatures in Galactic Adventures, and this is really good for things like making statues or making figurines of actual creatures. Ordinarily, when you place a creature in the adventure editor, it's completely animate. It will wander around, it will animate, all these other kind of things, and if you want something like a statue, it's not really that ideal. But on top of that, if you're trying to make an actual statue, I think we can all agree that the building editor and the vehicle editor, as good as they are, sometimes they just don't get quite the same effect. So, how do you freeze creatures in Galactic Adventures? First of all, you'll use either a gate or a key. If you're going to make a statue, use a gate. If you're going to make a figurine that you can carry, use a key. We'll use a gate for now. You go into the behaviour in the upper right hand corner, and you select Disguised, and you select any creation you want. Now you'll notice that you cannot select creatures in this menu, only buildings and vehicles. That's fine. Let's go ahead and choose any creation whatsoever, it does not matter. I'll just select this building here and you want to click on edit. You don't want to save it or use it, you want to click on edit. So now that we are within the building or vehicle editor, just skip the creation entirely, go to the Sporepedia on the bottom left hand corner, and when you come to the filter tab on the upper left, you'll find that when you click on all, creatures are now available. It's a bit of a loophole when it comes to filtering creations. You're not meant to be able to use creatures. When going through this process, it will allow you to select animals and creatures and all sorts when you filter by all. So now if I select this Jowie, I can't accept it, I can only edit it. That's fine, let's go ahead and edit it. We've now loaded into the creature editor. Let's go ahead and accept, save and exit. And now you'll find our blue gate is disguised as a Jowie. Let's go ahead and place that, and now you'll see it is completely and utterly frozen. Now let's say I was to paint this Jowie into a pure grey colour scheme, it would make a really cool statue. And you can quite clearly see the difference here between the animate one and the inanimate one. We can do the same process again with a key. Let's go ahead and use a different key actually, otherwise they will unlock each other. Let's get a green key for this case. We'll do the same process once again. We're going to go to Disguised. We're going to edit any building or vehicle, it does not matter which. We're going to the Sporepedia tab, we'll unlock the filter to all of them, and let's select a different creature. Perhaps we want to go with my own captain, Solar Flare. I'm going to go ahead and edit it, save and exit. And now you'll find I'll have a very special Solar Flare figurine. So if I go ahead and place my captain into the world now, and hit play, oh, that was not expected. Well, so the Jow is immediately attacking me, but you'll see that it's knocking the actual figurine all around and all over the place. It'll allow you to create, you can basically create dolls, figurines, or if you want to be really creative, the options really are endless. Or perhaps you want a certain style of a vehicle toy that you only can do in the creature editor. Or perhaps you want to have like some kind of organs or something really like nasty, or like I said, the options really are endless. This is also the primary technique towards making mega builds, since for me personally I tend to make my mega builds out of creature parts in the creature editor. This is the same technique I use to make those, so what I'd normally do is have multiple gates with multiple creatures of varying designs and piece and puzzle them all together. If you want to see a far more in-depth tutorial on how to make a mega build, please check the video in the upper right hand corner now, as I go into that in much greater detail and demonstration. Now, as a fun example to see this kind of trick in use, I'm going to go ahead and find a very old adventure of my own, making a creature. So here's an example of how I can use this trick to make like any sort of adventure you want really. It's a very simple little idea for this one that I made a long time ago, but as you can see here, I've managed to disguise various sorts of keys into various parts of a creature. You can see a little feet there, you can see a head as well. And the idea of this was to create all these different puzzle pieces, merge them all together into a living creature. And you'll see shortly that at the end of it, the creature's actually frozen, where I've turned it into a much larger version. Now of course the trick isn't limited to just creatures, you can use buildings and vehicles as you normally would. For example here, got a little paint bucket which is a typical building piece. And now, and as you can see I've got the key disguised as a fully created creature. Again, all just for the fun of the adventure. So there you have it guys, I hope you enjoyed that little tutorial there, and the demonstration along with it. I hope you found it helpful, and I hope you look forward to making your very own disguised creatures and gates to really flesh out your adventures in an entirely different manner. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.